Hello, I'm Toppy and welcome back to another brand new Fortnite video. Earlier on today, the week 6 season 5 challenge is released for the Fortnite Battle Pass. So today I'm bringing my full guide on how to complete all the challenges from this week, starting off with the hardest ones first, giving you a full guide on how to complete those ones, and then I'll move on to the easier challenges after that and give you a few tips on how to complete those ones a little bit easier. A couple of the challenges from this week are actually quite difficult, so hopefully this video will help you to complete them. So getting straight into it and starting off with free challenge number 3, which this week is our star finding challenge like we get every single week. This week it says search where the stoneheads are looking. So the location of this week's star is marked on the map now. It's on the hill just to the western side of Salty Springs. So you want to land there exactly where I'm landing now. And just redeem the star with whatever key you'd normally use to open up a chest. And once you've done that, you've completed the first challenge from this week. After that you can move on to the next hardest challenge from this week, which is Battle Pass challenge number 2. And this week it says complete 5 time trials. This is a new challenge that we've never had before in Fortnite, but basically around the map there's 6 different locations where there's these glowing stopwatches, and once you activate these stopwatches, a load of points will pop up and you just need to go to all those points before the time runs out. All 6 of the locations are marked on the map on screen now, so all you need to do is head to 5 of them. I'll tell you which 5 I think you should be going to once I've explained all of them individually, because it is useful to know how they're all laid out before you do start it. So the first one is the Salty Springs River. This one you do need to build quite a lot, so you do need quite a lot of materials, and maybe you will want to activate it, see where they all are and build up the route before you do start to run it. The next one is in Paradise Palms, also by the river. This one is a lot easier to do, you just run straight through it. You do need to build about 3 ramps to make sure you do have some materials, but you can do it in one go and it isn't too difficult to complete. The next one is over near Snobby Shores. This one you definitely need an ATK to complete, because you do need to go over a ramp, jumping over the gap to get to all the ones on the other side. But this one is fairly difficult to complete, because if you do miss them, then they are really hard to get because you don't have the time to recover from it. After that there's the one near Haunted Hills. This one you do need to build quite a lot, so you definitely need to make sure you are getting a lot of materials before you do this one, because it is just a big circuit floating in the air. So make sure you are getting loads of materials before you even try to start it, because you won't have any chance to do it after you have started the clock. Next is the bridge over near Tomato Town. For this one you do need to be really quick. You only need a couple of materials to build a couple of ramps, but it shouldn't be too difficult to complete. Maybe you might want to use an ATK or a shopping cart to complete a few of them quickly, but you should be able to complete it by just running. The next one is over in Lonely Lodge. This one is extremely easy to do, and again you only need a couple of ramps, so definitely go for this one. But I definitely say avoid going to Snobby Shores. This is probably the hardest one, because if you do mess up then you won't be able to recover after it, and it can be a little bit annoying to complete. All the others are easier to do. You can just build up and then go again, because you can always start it as many times as you want to. It isn't limited to one, you can just build up and then do it once you have all of your ramps built up, which does make it a lot easier to do, especially if your building isn't that great. So definitely do go for all of them instead of Snobby Shores, because that one there's nothing you can do to actually make it easier. But I definitely recommend playing in the Sniper Showdown limited mode to complete this one, just because it will make it a lot easier to complete, especially if players are doing it whilst you're doing it as well, because it's a lot harder to kill people with a sniper rifle at close range. If you are in normal solos or squads, players will have really good close range weapons and they will be able to kill you a lot easier. So definitely go in this limited time mode as long as it is available when you're completing them. But once you have completed those 2 challenges, all the other ones from this week are pretty easy to complete. So starting off with free challenge number 1, this week it says deal 500 headshot damage to opponents. Obviously this will be very easy to complete, especially if you are playing in Sniper Showdown again, because when you are hitting headshots with a sniper, it will do loads of damage, especially if using the brand new heavy sniper. So go play in there and you should be able to do it extremely quickly in just a couple of headshot kills. But once you have completed that, you can then move on to free challenge number 2, which says harvest 3000 building resources with a pickaxe. Obviously this one again will be very easy to complete. You can just do this one whilst playing, you don't really need to focus on it, you will just harvest that many resources whilst playing throughout the rest of this season. After that you can then move on to Battle Pass challenge number 1, which says search 7 chests in Lonely Lodge. This one might be a little bit difficult, there aren't that many chests at Lonely Lodge, and obviously loads of people will be landing there to get these chests, and they'll also be landing there to do the time trial which is there, as it is one of the easiest ones to complete. So this one will be pretty difficult to complete right at the start of it coming out, but if you wait a couple of weeks it should get a little bit easier to complete. Just land there every now and again and get a chest when you land there. Sometimes if you do go in limited time modes or in squads, you can land there and no players will be with you, so you can get quite a lot of chests in one go. So if you are struggling, just try changing up your game mode, it might be a little bit easier. After that, you can then move on to Battle Pass challenge number 3, and this says get 2 minigun or light machine gun eliminations. The minigun actually got nerfed the other day, it had its headshot bonus reduced, so I definitely recommend using the LMG if you can find it over the minigun, just because it is the better weapon now. And finally, Battle Pass challenge number 4 this week says eliminate 3 opponents in tilted towers. Again, this one will be incredibly easy to complete. Just make sure you're landing at the edges if you are struggling in tilted towers, getting looted up and then pushing into the main buildings after you've got some decent loot. But this challenge should just take you 1 or 2 goes to complete. But once you are finished doing that, you have completed all of the challenges from week 6, season 5 of the Fortnite Battle Royale Battle Pass. If this video has been helpful, please make sure you leave it a like. If you're new here, make sure you are subscribing as I cover these videos every single week, as well as all of the bonus star locations as well. And if you're struggling with any of them from the previous weeks, make sure you're checking them out, the linked on screen now. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.